This week on Taste Utah, we're treating you to la vita dolce, the sweet life, compliments of La Casa di Marinda, a Sicilian family of restaurateurs who immigrated to Utah aspiring to share a taste of their old world Southern Italian heritage while growing new roots in the soil of Utah's food family. From Padre Francesco, who to this day speaks very little English, to his son Giuseppe, when you step into any Sicilia Mia restaurant, you're stepping into Italian hospitality personified. Sicilia Mia has now expanded their flagship store in Murray to locations in Farmington, Mill Creek, and now their fine dining offering, La Trattoria di Francesco, in the 15th and 15th area of Salt Lake City. The secret to cucina italiana, Italian cooking, is all about passione, passion. And this family personifies that. Put a little house-made pasta in a cheese wheel, mix it around, and pair it with vino rosso italiano. I'm telling you, mwah, bellissima. It's a match made in heaven. Taste Utah is more than your typical food show. It's about local flavor, from roots through authentically Utah restaurants. It's the people and the places that make Utah a dining destination. There's so much soil and earth to uncover and still so many great Utah restaurants to savor. We bring you the stories and we spread the love. The best thing about Utah, the views along the way, they're not bad either. We're not afraid to get our hands just a little dirty. Food is a necessity. It's how we create it and share it and experience it together that truly shapes our community. Whether you're choosing to dine in our dining rooms, order to go, or get delivery, you always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah?
We're in Murray, and I'm taking you to Sicilia Mia. We first sat down with Sicilia Mia a couple of seasons ago, but unfortunately, that location in downtown Salt Lake City was a casualty of COVID. We are going to visit their flagship location, and we're gonna talk with Giuseppe, and then we're gonna meet Giuseppe and his dad Francesco up at Trattoria di Francesco. Let's go check it out. Giuseppe!
Ciao bella, come stai?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun to be back and just to be able to see you, and I can't wait to talk to you about just everything since we've seen each other last. And this is your flagship location.
Oh, that's where everything started.
This is where it started.
After this restaurant, now we're bigger, more locations. So yeah, thank you so much. As always, the support that you guys always have given us. So thank you so much. But I have some fantastic dish typical to Sicilia Mia. They're making it right now in the kitchen, so they're ready for you.
All right, should we go take a seat?
Yeah,
let's do it. I've always known that when I come to one of your restaurants, I'm going to be treated with hospitality, and like the food is just going to be extraordinary.
Thank you, Bella. Grazie. That's what we do. We care for our people, for our guests. We want them to have a great experience, not only by having delicious food, but making them feel like they're in Italy. Always tell people, when you get in here, this is Italy. Don't.
Yeah, I remember going to one of your restaurant openings years ago, and this was before I really knew the family, and it was like, I felt like family. Everyone was so excited I was there. It was just a really joyful experience.
It comes natural. It's not like something we do just because of the restaurant. We love being here. In Italy, that's what we did. We had restaurants as well there. So we kind of wanted to bring our culture here in the United States, and Utah has made this feel like home. So.
Oh my gosh, we're so grateful that you're here. Will you tell us what we have in front of us?
So over there you have some Tagolini, cacio e pepe with fresh peppercorn on top.
Delicious.
Over here we have the tagliatelle Sicilia Mia.
Yum.
And then we have a simple pizza margherita made from my uncle.
For people who don't know, cacio e pepe is a very traditional dish, but one of the most simple Italian dishes you can make.
Correct, it was born in Rome.
Okay.
It's cashew cheese, pepper, a little bit of the cooking water, and then you get that delicious cream that you get there.
And you do it a very special way, right?
Correct. We finish it in a Parmigiano wheel, and just delicious.
What some of the roots of what you do is making your pasta.
All
From
the
scratch.
pasta, yeah, pizza, pasta, some of the cheeses as well. We try to make as much as possible, and if we're getting something like a tomato or something like that, they're locally grown. We have decided after the pandemic that we were not going to buy anything else because youth has helped us a lot.
Yeah.
Stay in business, growing, that we said, you know what, we're only giving back and we're doing it big. So we're buying only things that are made in Utah and locally. So
I mean, that really is indicative of Italian cuisine, right? Italian cuisine is tipica, so it's typical of the region that you're in. And so to take that philosophy and mentality of celebrating the ingredients that are nearest and dearest to your plate by location is really, really a unique thing, and something that's really special that now you've decided to truly embrace.
correct, same.
For people who don't know, if they go to Sicilia, so they come here or they come to your Farmington location or they go to Antica, what is the biggest difference of those? Help educate them as to which they should choose.
The two Sicilia Mia, the menu it's actually the same. It's a little bit, the Farmington it's a little bit smaller just because of the kitchen size. But you find pretty much the same thing. It's more into the Sicilian cuisine, but then you still find, or a famous dish, which is the carbonara, right?
Right.
It's a staple of Italian dish, but it's a Sicilian way, right? We make, we put the cheese, other than using pecorino, we use Parmigiano.
Right.
We make it a little bit more creamier. And so that's our famous dish.
Yeah.
Then if you go to Antica Sicilia, you go there and you start finding different dishes,
Yeah.
We have some carpaccios, shrimp. We're using a lot of seafood.
Okay.
We have a tableside presentation of a whole Branzino that we clean.
Wow. So it's very Mediterranean
Correct.
inspired.
Yes, you start seeing a little
like
bit more
cinque terre.
variety. See, yes, you get a little bit more variety.
I love knowing the differences and the nuances because it's like, oh, if I want this elevated seafood experience, I'm gonna go to Antica. If I want my classic ooey gooey, rich, decadent, cacio e pepe or carbonara, I'm coming to Sicilia. And if I want to dine and I want to experience maybe a little Milano that's sort of integrated with a little Napoli and a little bit of the Amalfi Coast and the Mediterranean coast, I'm gonna go dine for several hours at La Trattoria di Francesco.
Correct.
I mean, we have to talk about the wines on the table too, because these are really, really special. So this is actually your...
Yes, those are private label, Giuseppe and Francesco. It's 100% Negro Amaro.
Yes.
It's something that you only find in the area of Puglia. But it's something special because it was a combination of a friendship, with the Rock Leaf, wine importing, which they're really great friends of mine.
Yeah.
And we came up with this idea and we brought this wine in, and it's just fantastic. We have a Riserva, which is 2017, and we have, just a regular Negro Amaro DOP, Salentino.
Beautiful.
People love it. They tell me, oh, how you get this, how you get this. Sorry, it's special. It's not selling anywhere. It's a special order that we get in, and it's only sold through the restaurant when you actually dine and, sit down with us. So this is something special for us.
Yes, the only way that you can get it is to sit at the table and enjoy the company, the food, the people, and take it all in, because when you create something so special, you want to be able to offer it in a manner that it should be appreciated in. And so you can sort of offer that to people here within your restaurant at Sicilia Mia, but also at the La Trattoria di Francesco and Antica Sicilia.
All the locations, they do offer our Giuseppe and Francesco wine.
And I think the cool thing about La Trattoria di Francesco is that it's sort of this tribute to your dad, this beautiful restaurant that he can really explore and offer in the precise ways that he wants to, and he's not restricted by anything. And so it's like you walk in and you're like, oh, this is like walking into his heart. It's like walking into his home. And we're gonna take everyone to La Trattoria up in the 15th and 15th neighborhood of Salt Lake City.
Beautiful. I love
it's
that neighborhood.
gorgeous. It's exactly where a restaurant like that should be.
I know.
And so cheers
All right.
to you,
Alla
and then
salute.
we'll see you up at the
15 and
Trattoria
15.
with you and your dad, yeah?
Sì.
Okay.
Ciao, bella.
Taste Utah cares about the health and wellness of our hospitality family. And as a reminder, health insurance is available for you and your family, including medical, dental, vision, life, disability, and Medicare coverage. Learn more by visiting www.hospitality-health.com/URA.
We're in the 15th and 15th area of Salt Lake City, and you know we're going to La Trattoria di Francesco. We just sat down with Giuseppe, and now here we are about to get super fancy with Francesco. Let's do it.
Ciao, bella.
Oh,
How are you?
Giuseppe, I'm
Good to see you
so
again.
good. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump away from Murray to 15th and 15th.
No, not too bad at all.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I am so excited to be here. Now, I'm kind of, not super hungry since our last little time at the table, but I cannot wait to see what your dad's been doing.
He's been cooking for a little bit, so
Okay.
you better be hungry.
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for,
All right.
for
Should we
Francesco's
go check
food.
it out?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Giuseppe, we have to introduce everyone to Francesco.
No, this is the guy.
This is the man. This is your father you're talking about at Sicilia Mia. Thank you.
Yes, grazie a voi.
This is, I mean, it's unbelievable.
As you see over here, we have step a little bit of, or gave a little bit over here.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful caprese that we have brought a little bit of a sweet flavor. So we
Okay.
have a combination of different tomatoes. We have had some fresh fig, grapes, beets, of course, grana padano, and the dust you see, that's the resemble of the basil. That's dust.
Basil dust.
dust. So over here we have our traditional branzino, in this case, where we have grilled snapper.
Snapper.
Grilled snapper.
With clams, mussels, potato, and some cherry tomatoes.
This is very Mediterranean
Yes,
inspired.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
beautiful.
Over there we have our beautiful carpaccio.
Oh, and carpaccio
Caviar.
is very thinly sliced,
Correct.
raw beef.
In this case, we do a little bit of truffle, lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of onion, caviar, and shaved parmigiano, and a drizzle of balsamic.
You like this dish?
Yes.
Yes. I was gonna say, I bet it's one of your favorites.
Right there we have the Tagolini
Oh.
with, it's just butter and black truffle.
Well,
yeah.
this is like heaven on a plate for me. Like, I'm salivating.
Over here we have our spaghetti Alcambro, which is a shrimp base, and really simple. If you see,
È un
every
brodo che
dish has
cucina
just
3 ore.
a few items. This is a broth that cooks for about 3 hours, and it's pure shrimp.
Oh my gosh.
And over
that's
here we have
amazing.
our lamb that we dusted with pistachio with a reduction of beef. So this one cooks for about 8 hours.
Oh my gosh.
After it's done, it's reducked. We put
giorni.
it into the fridge. We
3
wait
days
the
per cooking.
condensation of the beef, and then we take all the fat away, so it's just pure meat reduction.
Just flavor,
Yeah.
flavor bomb.
Yes.
The fun thing about La Trattoria di Francesco is that it's so refined here. Not just the ambiance, like it is gorgeous, but the flavors and the textures and the layered nuance of every dish is mwah. It's
Yes.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Every single items in a pasta, we're thinking simple, and we're making, like this, right?
Yes.
Lamb with a beef reduction, but this dish takes 3 days. Even the butter, we don't use just any butter. We use French butter, which has a sweetness to it. So it's different things that we use in each ingredient. The Parmigiano, only grana padano.
Yeah.
It's every single ingredient.
Every sort of meticulous step that you're taking along the way, it shows in everything that you do. Whether it's the wine glass, or it's the kind of wine that you're drinking, whether it's being able to see your
Yeah.
food being prepared. It's this beautiful showpiece. So there's art on the plate, but you walk in and you see chefs hard at work, putting the love in the food. And that's also art. That's also a way for us to engage with what you're doing and to really be thankful and exposed to all of the hard work that goes into every bit of the process. It has to feel good.
It does. We get, all the, it's a passion, he says.
Passione. Yeah.
It's, people can see what we do. This is kind of like our business card, right? People can see what we do in the kitchen. There's no shortcuts. There's no like, oh, take this, put that. No, it's right here. Like, we're working and they're looking at us. It does add a little bit of pressure, but it's fun.
And the cool thing about what you're doing at La Trattoria di Francesco is that it's this beautiful neighborhood restaurant. So there's this casual feel outside. There's this elegant sophistication inside. And then if you maybe want to just have a beverage and a few bites, the next door,
we have a lounge.
You've got this beautiful space. Tell us about the lounge.
Yeah. So the lounge was an idea that it's, that comes when, like you said, right? You had dinner, or maybe you're waiting for dinner, for a table, or you're gonna, come to our bar, have small bites. We have oysters, we have crudo bar. Our crudo bar offers over 5 different kind of fish, raw,
oh my gosh.
Marinated with lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper. We have some that they are, like he was saying, different styles of crudo bar, and allows you to take a few bites, have a glass of wine, maybe before a date, maybe before coming to dinner, maybe you gotta run to a meeting, but it's just something fast and casual that you can still get into the neighborhood.
Like we were saying at Sicilia and Mia, it's so special. Dad, son, you've got your uncle involved as well. It really is this beautiful family legacy that you're creating together. And then you have your sweet daughter, and it's just so whole. It's full circle, and it's really, really special.
E abbiamo anche Antica, che nessuno magari ogni tanto sa.
He was saying as well, Antica is one of his
È giusto dirlo perché ha vinto un sacco di premi, no?
Yeah. Love plays.
Yeah, he loves Antica.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
È differente, anche quello è
He has
differente.
a big space on his heart. Antica has been, the second location we'd ever opened, so it was a great, steps.
I would love to see the master in his domain and just go into the kitchen and maybe have you prepare a dish. Yeah, can I do that? I'm so excited. Okay, awesome. Well, cheers.
Vuole che gli cucini un piatto.
For the salute, chin chin. Okay, so it's fun to see what's going on outside of the kitchen, but it's amazing to be inside the kitchen. So
Get more action.
Chef is already going away. What's going on?
So
Tell
we have
me.
a little bit of olive oil.
Okay. What is he making for us?
He's gonna make a simple spaghetti con gambeli.
Okay.
So garlic, olive oil, cherry tomato, a little bit of mint, shrimp.
Yum. So is this the dish that we saw at the table? A little different.
Close. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Gamberi is shrimp. Oh, it's so good. So just
a little bit of white wine.
Okay, nice white wine. Just to glaze the pan. Beautiful.
After the white wine, just put a little bit of fresh mint.
Okay.
And peppercorn.
The mint, I love that idea because it's cooling.
As you see, the shrimp will cook really rapidly. Most of the people overcook the shrimp. The shrimp should just be right away in, put the pasta and out.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love when a chef cooks with tweezers because that's like the maestro in the orchestra, right? And what is this sauce he's adding to it?
This one is the stock of the shrimp that cooks for about 8 hours.
And you're making that shrimp stock? Yeah, I can tell. So he's finishing it with butter. That's
with a little bit of butter.
That's very French.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
He always likes to do a little butter, which makes the flavor a little bit more delicate. It's not as strong, and it does thicken the the cream as well.
Which, and you said that you use French butter, so it also has that bit of sweetness, which then really complements with the sweetness of the shrimp. Because shrimp are very sweet.
Those shrimp actually come from Mazzara del Vallo, which is in Sicily.
Oh, I love that. So you're bringing that in. I mean, that is just so spot on.
Spegni il fuoco?
Yeah. Gorgeous.
And that's for you.
Grazie mille.
Buon appetito!
Chef, that is
È molto semplice.
It's
È naturale.
really simple. Natural,
Very simple. The best food.
Non conservanti.
There's no conservative. Everything is made fresh.
Giuseppe Francesco, I mean, my heart is so full. I mean, my stomach is full, but my heart is so full. What you have created with Sicilia Mia and now La Trattoria di Francesco Antica, Sicilia is so special. And I'm just grateful that you've not only allowed us into your kitchen, but you've trusted us to share your story because it is so inspirational.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to share here with you, and we will love to do this even more often.
Yeah,
we love your
absolutely.
company and we enjoy when people enjoy your food. We feel some kind of way complete. So.
Yeah.
Allora, ringraziamo tutti quelli che vengono sia a mangiare e che ci votano tutti gli anni.
We thank all the utens that come to our restaurant and every year vote us to be the best of the best.
Fan favorites, not just because the food is amazing, but because your hearts are so amazing as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this to the table. I'm gonna finish that Branzino all by myself and just grazie mille. Just,
Grazie a te.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.